Hello. A little ventilation video is what I've done so far, and I'm gonna show it to you if you're gonna continue until the end. I've been practicing with the ventilation, putting it aside a little bit to make the video for you, so you could also start on practicing. I have managed to order a couple of supplies. They were very helpful. It was super easy to order, and I managed to buy without tax because I'm in Norway. So they sent it, and I would just have to pay VAT, which is gonna probably kill me and be exactly the same price. I managed to pay for the materials, but I bought lace, and what I love that when I called them, they have Atelier Bassi stuff for sale, which is like the high-end laces and everything. It's a Swiss company, and when I was looking in their shop, it was like, oh, so expensive. They advised me to say, if I'm a newbie, just stay away from them. You buy something and you rip it and we're gonna cry. Again, from the book, what you will need: glass of water, preferably warm, not hot. Some hair. I have this, an old weft. I did extensions on my client, but I never throw anything out and I keep them for myself. I was doing it on 1 to 2 Korean hook. I also ordered German needle. I found it. It's very good for making the foundation. 1 to 2 needle. If you can, I found it was a little bit easier to start with a little bit bigger size onto grabbing a bit more hair. This was the one I bought from AliExpress. I have listed it in my second video about ventilating needles. Scissors to cut the hair. Lace cutouts. I have loads of these at home. You have to kind of place it in a way, and also when we're gonna learn to make the foundation, like the front piece, it has to, like, the lines have to go straight so you can build up the direction. This has been cut off. I can use it like just that part, just to practice on how to get the lace. It works perfectly fine. Pins. We're gonna do a single knot and a double knot. Here I have separated 2 pieces, and this is where I'm gonna show you how you do it. My advice is start with small pieces. Just learn it, because once you're gonna do the first piece, is gonna be like, hell yeah. Why we are just practicing on 2 knots, because there are 4 types I have found, because these 2 knots are mentioned in the book. Information about what is a split knot, why do we use a double split knot. I'm seeing it in a lot of videos from wig creators, but I'm not gonna probably yet go too much in this topic because I really don't know. So if you have more information, let me know. I would love to know it. The reason of a single knot and a double knot has to be made on the stretchy lace material we're gonna create in foundation, and also in the nape areas. And with a double knot, you can grab a bit more hair, secure. You can still do it with a single knot, but it's more secure with double knot. Back area is with double knots, and the frontal and top is single knots. So these are the 2 major ventilating things you have to do. And then practicing on the lace, the directions. I don't know if you see it. Directions you create from in which area of that hexagon shape you hook it in. That's how you're gonna create the flow. I can't find a lot of information about how to create the cross stitch, because I don't understand anything about laces. What is finer, what is this, what is that. In Atelier Bassi, they sell a set of like samples of laces with color charts, thickness, density, stretchiness, blah blah blah. It's like a album. I will definitely buy that. I said I was just shopping from Burberry Prestige, but I will definitely buy that from Atelier Bassi. Okay, so let's do some knots. As I said, there are 4 types of knots. We're gonna just have a look what we are shown in the book. Is a single knot and it is a double knot. Just gonna show it on lace. As you saw it here, the single knot and double knot. I'm gonna use a 1 to 2 needle. This is the Korean hook, how they say. I have a little bit of weft hair left. Water. I have it here in a cup, preferably not cold. With water, it's very important. You have to wet the strand. When hair gets wet, it's a bit more elastic. So if the hair is dry, it snaps up pretty easily. I did it with the first ones I was trying. So I'm just gonna show you a quick example how much is okay, how much I'm finding works for me. This is an old weft I have left from my clients. The hair is not preemie. It's cuticle aligned, but it has done its work. So with scissors, just take a tiny bit off. And what is very important, if you either use your natural hair cut off, there is a lot of shorter hairs here, and this is also very typical if you use weft hair, because you're gonna scroll the hair like that, and like this length should be still out. Trust me, if you're not gonna remove it and by thinking, oh, I can work with that, it's gonna do your headache. So what you do is you take the piece of hair, you hold it about here, let's say it's about 15 centimeters, about 5 inches away, and you just pull out the shorter ones. I even sometimes take out a bit more. Next, in the book it says dip in water about 3 centimeters, so that's around 1.5 inch. And what I do, I press the excess off. Then you create a small hook and you twist it, and you're gonna hold it in this hand, like in my left hand. If you are a lefty, you're gonna of course hold it in your right hand. Comes the head. I hope you see it. I'll try to zoom in as close as possible, and let's do a single knot. And as you saw, I was lining it up, and let's say in the direction, because it is it's like a, I forgot the name, I'm gonna write it. The shape how it is created is, if you're gonna go this side, the hair is gonna go down. If you take a little bit of angle, it's gonna go left. And on those test pieces, it would be cool if you did one side to that side and that side to the other side, on the opposite, so to kind of work on the part, and you will have a beautiful line forming in between. Okay, so a single knot. So we go under. You see it, and then you take a piece of hair. It's totally fine if the first times you take more. You go through, then you hook it like this, you twist the needle, and what I do, I straight away catch it with my finger and I twist it, and then I allow it to fall over, and by holding it with my finger I secure the knot, and then I pull it out. And this is how you make a single knot. And the art is, what I found out is, don't hold this too strong. It has to be like less of tension, so this finger helps with the tension. Let's do another single knot. And trust me, like the first times is you're gonna scream. I do that. Again, finger, hold it, tighten it, pull it out. In the book she is showing to use the needle like that, but with this length it's not comfortable. I'm gonna try it by the book way. I like to hold the needle like I'm holding my pen. I suppose it's pretty easy. I just have to get used to it. So these are single knots, and at first it's totally fine. Like I said, if you grab more hair, it's also more visible, and with that finger helping with this movement, you're gonna get it definitely tight. How it shouldn't look, and most definitely first they're gonna look like that, pretty wide and loose. Kind of looks like a butterfly. It's very loose, and once they're gonna be brushed through, they are gonna loosen up. I suppose it's much easier to get that when you do a double knot. If it feels a bit loose, I always do this, and that's a single knot. And let's do a double knot, and a double knot goes in like that. So you grab a bit of hair, you see, and here comes the shorter one, and that's like okay, go under, grab a little bit, and this just means it's a bit too short. Once you're gonna get a nick of it, you're gonna be able to do like super short roots, the turnover here. But yeah, so double knot, we go in like for the single knot. The beginning is exactly like a single knot, yeah, but then what you do, you go again under and you make a double, and there's a little butterfly forming, so that is not good. Let me do one here, 1, 2, 3, and boom, here we are again. So just basically double up what you did at first. So this side you're gonna do this way. That will go to that side, and this side we do the opposite angle, so it comes here like that angle, and then it's gonna form a way. And it also gives a good practice too, because it's much easier to get it down direction away from the face, but once you will have to get it on the movement, it will become a bit more interesting. Sorry, 0.7 inch, and it just goes down. So I did it myself first, one piece of paper like that, other piece of paper like that, and this will be very handy if we have the wig cradle or something underneath, like a pillow or something, so it doesn't move around. The thing that I'm talking with an angle, like if you're gonna make it here, it's gonna go down there. If you're gonna make it in this area, it's gonna move that direction. This area is gonna move upwards, this area is gonna move that area, and this is gonna go down. And the hair fall is where you pull it out, so that's why we move the head all around. The directions we will need in this one, because as you can see in these lines, it goes down here, it goes in a little angle in between, then it kind of goes down that way, down, opposite, down, all goes down. And the cross stitch, it means it's crossing. I haven't yet found out, she hasn't written in the book why it is like that. Searching online, it's totally different information. Here as well, with the frontal, in the middle part you're gonna go back, and this you can even, like, it's not gonna go just down, it will move in between, and here is the cross stitch. That's more for a middle part and side partings. If I'm wrong about that, please let me know. And this is the crown area, so this is where it comes interesting, like, because the crossing you would do all circled around in one corner, and then the next line would be in the other corner. They move all around. Let's practice. See you in the next video, where we should, I think, make the foundation, because while I am waiting for the material, this should be soon in, and then we're gonna go on the next chapter to create it. But yeah, let's get on knotting.